Yeah, I think one thing I thought we didn't do a good job with, because I've raised the responsibility flag. I'm absolutely going to take care of my coaches and my players because I'm the ones that wanted every one of them in our uniform. So that won't stop. You'll have to kill me to get that to change. I thought we played in a fog a little bit last week from the standpoint Mississippi State's got a nice club, all that. But, you know, for yesterday's fog is a sin, and we absolutely have been through a patch. You'll go through it again in life, and now I'm thinking about, how to handle that. But a fog does not deserve the rest of this run. Andy made a good point. Starting last week, we got 3 consecutive weeks of recent national champions that we're playing. I think it's better than it's ever been, actually. But you can't let the fog set in on you because the game's only going to reward your ability to be able to shove it in the zone and really make a quality pitch. And if you just 3 or 4 hitters come to the plate and you can't make a pitch at game time, you're not going to be rewarded. And when it's time to get a hit, can't swing the throw to the floor either. We've got to be able to have moments, and that's really escaped us on the weekends is when we've had an opportunity to be successful is those moments, and that's what we have to walk through. So I want the fog gone, and I want a ton of gratitude the rest of this year because we march into our postseason right now. Our postseason began today, in all honesty. It's not a problem. It's happened before, and it's absolutely landed on us. So I want these guys to be thankful. I want these guys to play with it. If not, we have to intervene and make sure whoever's out there is playing with a ton of gratitude. I don't know if you noticed today, but if you watched Caleb Freeman and Chris Stanfield running on and off the field, that's the way it's supposed to be. That's what we all can respect. We're going to do some of those things. I think everybody got a hit today except for one guy. So I think that stuff's important. Both pitchers have their stuff set, and we're going to show a ton of great gratitude for the rest of this stretch because we're not going to wait till next year. The program where we reset this, and we've all invested and worked too hard for this program not to get back to competitive baseball. Zero concern on my part, but how we act and how we roll and the gratitude that we show for each and every day. If there's only one word the rest of the way, we're going to show a lot of gratitude for what we get to do every day. And so we'll see how that goes. But our postseason is absolutely now. So dig in and fight here the rest of the way. And hopefully 2 guys got their stuff set today. It's hard if you looked out there, and that's a tougher lineup for us, but it's an excuse. We're at this stage here, and guys are out, and it's giving great opportunity. And that's what I want guys to do is to make the most of it, like a Freeman has done and some others that, you just look at the lineup and you look at the less at bats and maybe the production, but that's where we're at, and all these guys can contribute if they play with some great gratitude down the stretch. Yeah, Mainers is getting better and better. I think we could have played him today. Caden Green came back today and played. I could see Mainers being in the mix, but he's starting to graduate through rounds of batting practice, but game at bats. So the game got a little short. I would like to have gotten him an at bat today, but I think he's close. I think he can be available. And Bobby's BP at Starkville just kind of deteriorated each day, and sometimes it's one hand on the bat, and he's trying. He did take batting practice today after being off Monday, so I think his is a little less doubtful, but we'll stay at it. He's got kind of the confidence of like we can't hurt it anymore, and this is the last go around, and he's going to grip and squeeze and play defense probably like he did last week. And as soon as that thing feels good enough to be himself at the plate, we'll get him back in there. But Mainers looks the most likely to help us this weekend. I talked about Ike, and Caden Green looks like he's back and available for us now. Probably the same. I think it's Watts. I mean, we were looking for something there. I think Tilly got out of there with 23 pitches. My challenge to him, can it look the same today? And it looked the same regardless of outcome, regardless of who you're playing, regardless. That's that growth deal. But I think we'd probably do it the same way. I actually thought that we were competitive in all 3 of our starts and Starkville. And really, I thought the doubleheader, I know there were 7 inning games, but I thought both guys got the game underway and gave us a chance to be in it.
And I think Joseph, at least last week, maybe the week before, I can't remember, but what's the plan for this
Yeah,
this weekend?
we skipped a start with him. This was probably Joseph's start, and so we put Alsop in there. He just didn't feel 100% in the last bullpen. So I don't think there's any changes or anything we do different. We'll see and maybe try it tomorrow, Thursday, to see if he can help us this weekend. But we missed a start, and thankfully Chase was able to step in and do a great job. Yeah, I think there's a place to make a jump and take off. This is amateur baseball, and it happens. And I want us, if we keep being more competitive like that consistently enough, we'll have a chance to win more games. There's no doubt. But that's a step, is getting back to a point where you're consistent with your peers on the weekend. This is a high level of baseball that you have to do week in and week out in this league, and we know that. And it just hadn't been up to par enough to have a chance to win enough games. Last weekend would allow you to be able to do that more often. So hopefully we're starting to see some signs of growing. The challenge for us is in the moments when it's close like that, to be able to one inning to get a win, or we had a ton of opportunities to take a swing and really impact the one game, if not both. So that's been part of it too, because it's a huge gap. It's like whenever we've pitched it pretty good, we haven't hit, and whenever we've hit, we haven't pitched. We can't find each other yet, at least at this stage.
All right.
Yeah, thank y'all.